Welcome to Chad Hates Carbs. Today we're going to be doing another one of Carolyn's recipes. This one's from her Everyday Ketogenic Kitchen Cookbook. It's called Easy Taco Pie, and it looks pretty easy. So we're gonna try it out. So the first thing we've got is the oven's preheated to 350. Get that going. I've got a pan with some bacon grease in there because everything tastes better with bacon grease. I've got a pound of ground beef. To go ahead and brown this in here. By brown it, I mean I'm going to fry it, and then once that's good to go, I'll come back and we'll finish it up. I was spitting a little bit much, so I decided to use my apron that my wife bought me for Christmas this year. What we're going to do while we're waiting for this to brown up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and grease our pan. It says to use a pie plate, but I've got this 8x8, should work just fine. I'm using olive oil here. You can use whatever. I just kind of like olive oil a little bit better than the vegetable oil. So we're going to do that. And we're going to let this continue to brown. Again, you don't have to obviously put this in bacon grease. I just like the flavor, obviously, of bacon. So why not make your taco pie have a little bit of pork flavor in there? She calls in her recipe for her taco seasoning that she uses. I'm not making that specifically. I have a set of things that I use, and I don't really measure anything. So when I'm making my tacos meat, whether it's this or anything else, I make it with kind of a specific combination of things. Most importantly, cumin. I like a lot of cumin. I like, let's see, what else we got in here? Of course, my kids have been cooking more, so it's harder to find the stuff that I use. That's not it. Here we go. Here's our cayenne. I like a lot of cayenne pepper. And then obviously you're going to need your chili powder. And I also like to put in oregano. It's kind of weird, but I think it gives it a nice, kind of a better, fuller flavor. So I like putting a little oregano in there, just for a little bit of different, more depth. Obviously chili powder is important. I just put an amount in until it looks about right. Cumin is, in my opinion, the most important as far as what I like in my taco meat. And then cayenne, obviously, if you don't like heat, then you're not going to want to put as much in, but pretty much everybody in my family likes things pretty spicy. So we're going to do that. And I do like to cook it with the meat while it's browning. And yes, I understand that some of it will come off if you drain the meat. But as you know, this is high fat, low carb. I'm not as interested in draining the meat myself. My family tends to like it drained, but in this specific case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick it in there, and we're going to slap it in the container. So, depending on how early you want to do your browning, or sorry, how early you want to put in your spices, that's going to make a little bit of difference in the way that you do your conglomeration. So anyway, now that that's all browned, we can keep going with the piece here it's talking about. Spread the beef mixture into this pan, so that's what we're going to do next. Now that it's browned, I'm just going to put that in there. That. Definitely got some grease going here. That's a good time. Alright. That's how you know food's good, is if it's got greasy. Alright. So there's that. Alright. So we need to put in this bowl here, we've got 6 eggs. We've got a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We've got 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It says 2 cloves of garlic, and since we started just buying this stuff, I don't know, that's probably what, 2 cloves is probably what, a couple teaspoons, or maybe that looks good. So we're just going to do that, and then a cup of heavy cream as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and mix these up before I put the cream in. these eggs beaten before I put the cream in. Alright. Here's our cream. Those of you that know me know I can't leave stuff half in the container. Sorry. I have a problem, I know. Alright. So then, all you do is you dump this in here. Now that you've got it all done. It says pour slowly, I'm assuming so that you don't get like big, you don't kind of wash the beef out. It's got that weird kind of gluey stuff in there. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Alrighty. There you have it. It's pretty easy. Sprinkle with cheese and let's see, 1 cup of shredded cheddar. So we'll get that here in a second. I did forget something. Now listen, I'm gonna have to shred it, so we'll get back and I'll get it shredded up, and then we'll slap it on top and stick it in the oven. Yeah, I thought I was forgetting something. So I have an amount of cheese here. Looks like it says bake for 30 minutes or until the center is set and the cheese is browned. So we'll assume it's 30 minutes, and then we're supposed to let it sit 5 minutes before you cook. So we'll see you then. So I'm gonna have to do this a little different. I had to feed the family, so we ate it, and my wife surprisingly liked the egg part, which she doesn't like eggs, so it was kind of interesting. But you can see you've got the egg part cooked on top here, the meat underneath. Everybody complained that it wasn't as spicy as normally when I cook my taco meat. I didn't like it as much as I was hoping, and I agree with my son's assessment that it wasn't nearly as spicy as I normally make it. I normally cook my ground beef with chopped onions, as well as I pour jalapeno juice in the meat, so that it's ridiculously spicy in comparison to what it was here. So that was the complaint, was it was too bland. And my son also said that there wasn't enough cheese. So I think I mentioned that when I was making it earlier. So when I make this again, which I'm sure I will because it's a good recipe, just needs to be kicked up for my family's tastes. I'll cook my ground beef the way I normally do, which is jalapeno juice as well as diced onion in there with it. And I'll obviously put significantly more cayenne pepper in it. I just didn't want to scare anyone when I was making it. But anyway, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer of cheese in between the meat and the egg. Obviously, shredded cheese, it'll still allow the egg to kind of get down in with the meat to keep it together. As you can see, it does help the meat stay together here. But those are the changes I'll make for next time. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.